Good morning. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, September 16th. And I'm sitting outside in the sun because I love sunning. But shoot, I feel like I've been up half the day. But it's only been since 6:30 this morning. It's about what, almost 9 now. Got my baby ready for school. And just thought I'd come on before I get my day started and do a video on pretty much where I am right now in my shadow work, or if you want to call it, as I heard another person term it, self-love work. This self-love work concentrates more on the negative side of things, the dark side of things, the things that you really don't want to talk about. I've never really been afraid to talk about because I know that truth heals. So I've been looking at the ugly stuff for a long time now. But one thing that I had to come back to, which I, always knew that it's the importance of forgiveness and forgiving those who have hurt you. But in every cycle, there's a new level where you have to apply what you've learned differently. And the whole time I thought I had mastered forgiveness, but for me, hurt triggers, well, I think for a lot of people across the board, hurt triggers anger to pop off for me. And in losing my brother, the deepest hurt I've ever felt in my life, I've come to found that I was still angry at some people. And a friend of mine who observed that, because it's easier for us to see things in other people, she picked up on that. And of course, I was like, well, I forgive, but deep down, I really didn't forgive. So I had to look at each situation and apply forgiveness, as according to that particular person that hurt, betrayed, whatever you want to call it. And when it gets down to the bottom line of forgiveness, we fight not against flesh and blood, but principalities of darkness. That's what helps me to easily forgive. It's not so easy all the time, but when you grow and begin to look at the bigger picture of things, anything is easy when you want your peace. And that's what forgiveness does for us. It gives us peace of mind, internal peace, and then joy can begin to erupt, and you can't pay for peace and joy. I mean, you pay for it, but not with money. You pay for it with sacrifice of pride and ego and blaming. That's how you pay for peace and joy. And it's not an expensive cost when you think about the bigger picture. It's to your good. So I've had to forgive a few people, and looking back, in the heat of my anger, I couldn't see the importance of forgiving, or the easiness, the simplicity of forgiving those people, and the benefit of it giving me peace, letting that go, letting that weight go so that my load can be lighter. And it has, in the last couple of weeks since my brother's passing, I've been able to look at the new wave of people that I needed to forgive. And I have. And I really don't wish nothing but love and light to everybody that I had experiences with in the past, positive or negative. However, in forgiving, that doesn't mean you always reconcile. Sometimes you slow down your growth by reconciling with those that need to stay in the past. Now, that's not to say that that relationship won't spark back up in the future or in another season. But for me, in the season I am in, I'm pretty much on an island of solitude and becoming and knowing more of who I am and attracting a whole new tribe of people, a whole new tribe of individuals that can really help me to grow and elevate and become better. And for that, I'm so appreciative to the Most High. I'm on a different level now, and Like I said, doing that shadow work sometimes can get nasty, dirty. You don't want to do it. You don't want to go there sometimes, but in order to become whole, in order to get to the other side, sometimes you have to go there. So I'm doing my work, and you know I'm in school now, working towards that PhD in clinical psychology. It is, I won't say it's tough, it's time consuming. So I had to make some sacrifices with my extra time, which was mostly spent on social media, just to be honest. um, so I've let that go, which is not a big deal. But I'm enjoying it, and prayerfully, it will help me to be a better therapist, counselor, and empowermentalist to those that I serve. All right, but I got to do my work first, right? Can't heal the world if you can't heal yourself. And one way to heal the world is by healing yourself. So that's why I choose to forgive. All right, y'all. I'll be back on sometime to talk more about shadow work / self-love work and the power of forgiveness. But I'm telling you, ego is what holds you back from forgiving. Ego is what allows you to continue to hold on, and not look at yourself. It's easier to blame other people. It's easier to stay mad than to look at yourself. I have to look at myself and see what part I played in those relationships that didn't work out, where I felt like the victim. What part did I play? Did I stay too long? Was I too naive? Did I enable? So look at yourself, man. Be the first to look at yourself. Be the first to clean up your act and be honest about it. Okay? All right, y'all. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.